So we have a new dangerous and durable Sisters melee unit, and finally an official points cost for the Palatine. Let's take a look. Hello and welcome back to Auspex Tactics, where today we're taking a look at a new Sisters model that's been previewed. It really is looking like they're getting an absolutely enormous release when they get their new codex. Talking about the previews on the Warhammer community webpage this morning, and just having a chat about the Palatine's options and points costs. So jumping straight to it, these are the new Celestian Sacresants, and it seems they're a specific order of Celestians who act as bodyguards and defenders of sacred sites in the lore. Basically they're elite close combat battle sisters, armed with various shields and enormous power weapons. According to the article, they're going to be a dual kit. Previously, if you wanted to field a squad of Celestians, you'd just be fielding a standard battle sister squad, maybe painted a bit differently or outfitted as ornately as you could, but they didn't have any actual specific Celestians kit. It seems that will be changing now, so it looks like these girls will have the options to be armed with their standard bolt weapons and other Celestian gear, or they can be built as these Sacresants, armed with the melee weapons that you see here. I'm going to guess, seeing as that's going to be quite a variety of war gear, that they're only going to be 5 model kits, similar to things like Retributors. I might be wrong, but that seems most likely to me if they are giving quite a few options. In terms of war gear, we can see this one, but according to the article they're going to be armed with a variety of polearms and maces, so it should at least have a little bit of variety as to what you can choose. They haven't actually confirmed whether or not that is an actual storm shield or something unique to the sisters. I'd be amazed if it doesn't give some sort of invul save though. And poking out just to the left of that shield does appear to be the muzzle of a bolt pistol, so it might be something more akin to a Space Marine combat shield, where they can still fire their bolt pistol as well. I'm going to guess they're going to function at least somewhat like the Blade Guard veterans for sisters. A hardy and dangerous melee unit that can advance straight into the throat of the enemy, and compared with a lot of battle sister squads they won't care quite as much about return fire. It'll be interesting to see how these shake out against units like Repentia or Zephyrim, both of which are exceptionally hard hitting, though aren't really all that strong at taking damage comparatively. Maybe these could be another interesting option for piling into a Rhino. In any case, it's getting to be quite an impressive roster of new kits that the sisters are getting now. We've got these coming out, that Castigator tank, the War Mech and the Palatine, so really quite a good variety of units there. It seems now we've been seeing previews of things like the Exorcist being. It is pretty certain that we're going to be getting a new Sisters Codex alongside that. Hope they managed to do it justice. The last one was really quite good at being balanced and interesting. Finally, Games Workshop have just released the points cost for the Palatine as well. It was something that was conspicuously absent from the Piety and Pain box, meaning that you couldn't field the miniature straight out of the box, as obviously there isn't currently a datasheet in the codex for it. She is pretty much in line with what I'd suspect. She's a nice cheap 45 points, and that'll get you that reroll once to wound aura, and she does come with some basic war gear as well, in a power sword, frag and crack grenades, and a bolt pistol or upgrading to a plasma pistol for an extra 5 points. She's a fairly standard and not all that durable character at toughness 3 and 4 wounds. Overall though, in terms of her actually being competitive, I think that not overloading her with war gear or special abilities is actually quite good. It means it's far easier to justify her as a buffing option for the Sisters of Battle, rather than having to pay for abilities that you might not necessarily need. I'm sure she'll be combining very nicely with a Canoness for reroll ones to hit and wound in a Sisters infantry gunline. So let me know what you think of the new Sisters models. Personally, I think they look pretty epic. I know there's been some mixed reactions to that Dog Martyr and the Warsuit, but these ones seem like a bit of a return to form for me. If you've enjoyed the video and you'd like to keep up with Games Workshop's releases, feel free to subscribe to Auspex Tactics, where I'll certainly be keeping the 40k content coming out pretty much every day. Finally, if you'd like to help support the channel, I would just like to mention I have an Element Games affiliate link, which you can find down in the video description. If you live in the UK, Element Games gives a decent discount on Warhammer models, and if you click the link and buy anything through it, a small amount goes to help support Auspex Tactics, and it doesn't cost you any more when you buy stuff. Can just be a way to help the channel if you were thinking about buying in some models anyway. There is also a very similar link for Amazon for people in the USA and Canada. A big thank you to you guys who have been using those, and thank you for listening to the video. I'll hope to see you guys next time.